Welcome back, everyone, to Exodus Session 22. When we last left our party, they visited the city park to find the cultist that they spoke to at his home, but found no one. They also went to the business rival's shop, but found that it was closed for the day. Upon asking a passersby, he replied, "I am not thou keeper, the thine keeper." They visited an astronomy place. Glug got a scope, and Iku got an astronomy kit. Outside of the shop, Serafina was invited to a private dinner 2 nights from now, which Didactarian would be present. Iku impersonated Jack Smith, a highly an admin of the Cartographers Guild, to determine where the ship blueprints are kept, and he discovered that they were instead in the maintenance quarter. The party then explored the maintenance quarter and found the archives, but learned access is restricted to a man named Steward Lucius, who works directly underneath the Didact. Iku's decoded cipher shows that the Volp were working with the Alisters to bring Mordon into control of Galen. The party went out to the park the next meeting and found a secret place with an illusory floor where Serafina discovered cultists of the light and learned their identities. The cult had been in hiding, awaiting Serafina's arrival. Serafina interviewed each member, with Iku listening in on the thoughts, and discovered that one named Titus was a mole. Iku warned Serafina, who requested to speak with him after the meeting was over. Dubbing the cult the Burning Hand, Serafina assumed leadership of the group, and they all widely accepted it. After leaving the meeting point, the group murdered Titus, and Glug made it look like an accident after revealing their knowledge of him being a mole. After which, they retreated from the crime scene back to their rooms at the inn. All right.
Now, I do want to add something.
Yeah.
The corpse of Titus, his robes, in his blood, I had soaked his
Oh,
robes
that's
in
right.
the symbols of the old gods.
You left an old god symbol. That's correct. What symbol was it, or is it just your custom symbol?
It was all of them.
Oh, okay.
Every
All right.
symbol.
All right.
Okay. So, we have just murdered a man, and we're coming back to retire from the night. Is that right?
Yeah, it's the middle of the night. Unless you want to like do something else, um, yeah.
Ah, I'm ready for bed.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's get some sleep. Big day
So
tomorrow.
you guys retire.
Out of curiosity, what's my read on Serafina having just like killed this person in cold blood?
All right, Serafina, how did you feel about it?
Felt like that guy had it coming.
You felt like he was a heretic
Yeah,
who deserved to die.
yeah. He was working for the enemy.
All right, roll me an insight, Yiku.
No problemo, eh? Hmm.
You can see that there is a lot of conviction with Serafina's actions, and this action in particular does not differ from the rest.
Hmm. Okay. 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 Hmm. All right. Yep, that's fine. So, before we retire for the evening, and I'm just gonna do this every night, just like for the record. I am going
Do this
to.
every night with your son.
I'm going to educate Commander Rom a little bit more in the middle of the night before going to bed.
Okay. So you tap into some more internet trolling. Your old Rom. You send him subliminal and not so subliminal messages about the old gods.
Yeah, I am definitely trying to educate him and convert him. I am most certainly trying to influence him.
Noted. So you're trying to influence him. Hmm. I want there to actually be progress on this. Or are you looking for progress on this, or are you just like doing this just for
Yes,
fun?
I am looking for progress on this. I,
Okay, so in that case, I want you to roll me persuasion checks
I am heard
as
that.
you're doing this.
I am looking to influence this NPC.
14, not bad, not bad. All right, so you are preaching to him about the old gods. What would Iku say? Like, so you're talking about the old gods. What are you trying to convince him of? Like, like what what in contrast to his vampirism or his like ideology that you're trying to like bring to him in hopes that he changes his ways or
I think what I'm trying to convince him is that all worship is ultimately worship of the old gods, and that the old gods should be worshipped because they keep the world going. And I'm just going to teach him history and forbidden lore.
okay. History and forbidden lore. Of course, his responses are going to be somewhat the same. He's just, it's usual, just banter that he gave before.
Mortal resistance, to be expected.
But you have spoken to him. Serafina, is there anything you wanted to do before you slept, or is that you're just going to sleep?
Um, so I have recently beheld my god, so I will begin crafting, like I crafted one of the other one. I'll craft one of them, a little jewelry trinket.
Okay.
What should I roll?
Oh, sorry. You're using your. Wait, what? Do you have a jeweler's kit? Forgot what you
Do I
used for
not?
that.
I thought I did.
Um,
I used one last
just
time.
roll
I
a
don't.
d20.
Okay, okay.
Uh, it's a bit difficult this time. But you
Bending
make
it with
a
my hand.
little bit of yeah. You keep like it's very delicate compared, like lots of small pieces compared to the last one that you worked on, which was more of a solid piece.
Okay.
You're essentially what you made the last one you made Aoten, which is like a pretty solid like pendant, and then this time you're making like Aziel, which has a lot of like thin small pieces.
Hmm.
Um oh, in that map. So since you guys already got the map, you I'm assuming one of you or both of you unfold it and take a look at what's inside.
Certainly.
And... oh wait, I don't want that music. Figure out what track. Hold on. Second. Okay, world map. There we go. You guys open the map and look.
The endless ocean.
For reference, real quick.
Oh shit.
This is about where like the ship kind of heads off the map towards Elysium.
Mm-hmm.
And then Elysium's right here.
Damn.
Okay.
So we are very far out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what we could do is we could use the Didact's authority to send a bunch of soldiers out on a rescue mission to go bust Ash and Bogrock for us.
I mean, yeah, we could.
Because he evidently has men that he can send.
Yeah, and they said they weren't really scared of the vampires at all.
You know what would really work well for us is if we could just usurp and just replace the Didact altogether.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I am...
This guy.
This would... But, like, if we could do it in such a way that everyone thinks the Didact is still alive...
Oh, no, that's not... It's not gonna work for Seraphina.
We could use his power and authority to do basically whatever we needed.
Yeah, but,
Do you want to make a spectacle of him?
yeah, public execution.
So you do have that dinner with him.
Yes. So we could ask him at the dinner to go rescue Ash, and he would probably do it because he wants something from me.
Does he want something from you? I thought
he
didn't
invited
know
me
who
to
you
dinner.
were.
I assume he
He
wants
invited
something.
you to dinners. The only thing is, Iku's not invited, and neither is Glug. It's just you.
Oh, well.
That he wants there.
That's okay. That just means they won't be looking for us. Okay. So the Underlands is an island. Is this
It's
a
an
continent or like...
It's a continent. It's a huge piece of land.
This is like Australia.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. The Zephyr and the Ethereum, eh?
So yes, you see, in addition to the Elysium, you see two others with similar naming schemes on two opposite points of the island.
We should find out what those are.
We should find out what those are. Damn, I want to do some infiltration of the palace, too. I'm very curious about that. But yeah, surely somebody knows what the Ethereum and the Zephyr are.
Do you want to just go walk outside and I'll grab somebody and ask them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's like morning the next day, right?
Yeah, I'll stay on this. Yeah, it's morning. I'll stay on this map for now.
then I
But you
will
guys head
walk
outside.
outside and just grab somebody by the shoulder on the street, be like, "Hi, what is the Ethereum?"
The Ethereum? You mean our brother city?
Oh, is that what the Zephyr is as well?
Yeah.
Is there a way to travel between cities?
Sure. You just need to pass.
Where? How do you get a pass?
Um, just any transport station.
Okay. Does the Didact rule all three cities?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so those are just other cities. Um,
Okay, so there are other massive ships like this one.
uh,
You come to the conclusion through assumption.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, well. And they're all mobile.
They're all
Mobile
mobile.
cities.
So I mean, I guess I can tell you a little bit more. Like that, obviously, that person just like grazed the surface. So I mean, they're similar cities to the one that you're in, and they have an orbit around this continent or like a set path. They're just always moving.
Interesting. Interesting.
so do we pretty regularly see ships flying off?
Yeah, like
Okay.
there's always movement.
Okay.
So travel seems to be a fairly normal thing. We may not even have to like try that hard to do so.
Yeah, do you want to just go find where the crops come in and ask about going to the Underlands?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if all we need is like a bus pass.
Yeah. Okay. Can we find on the map where the crop ships come from? Or
The
are they
crop
just
ships,
yeah.
I'll say that they come from up here.
Okay. Well then let us go to the bite.
The bite. Maybe Glug's just like working on some projects or something.
So you guys are so you wake up in the morning, right? And you notice that Glug hasn't come out of bed, come out of her room yet. And you like knock on the door and there's no answer.
Hmm. There's just like one place at this port, I guess.
What?
Uh, sorry, there's just like one office, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, you're not gonna investigate Glug at all?
Investigate Glug.
Yeah, you okay, were you listening?
No, I guess I just missed that.
We knocked on the door and Glug did not answer.
Yeah, that's what I had said.
Yeah.
Oh, Glug did answer. Are we okay? So are we still back at the inn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, if Glug didn't answer, I would just shrug.
All
I'm
right.
not his keeper.
So you guys leave Glug
Now we go to the
and
bite.
Okay. Alright, so we head back up here.
all right.
Why did you spring poison from his wrist?
What's
Wait, what
up?
happened?
Nothing. You hit your attack in chat.
Oh, did
Yeah.
I? Whoops.
All right, so you've reached the offloading port. and you see several large cargo ships picking up and unloading boxes of what you presume to be food and other produce.
How big are these ships?
About the size of a like a tanker.
Okay. Yeah, so this is more what we're looking for.
Something you could transport an army on.
Yeah, let me get a picture of this because I have one of them. Oop, keep hitting the wrong thing. All right, I accidentally left. Roll 20.
No sweat.
I had a picture of the of an example cargo ship, so I'm gonna go ahead and that. Let's see.
So Iku sort of, eyeing these ships with Serafina. I'm gonna say, yes, I think I know what you're on to, and I like it. Plenty of room for
So
more shippers.
this is what they look like.
Okay, yeah, nice and chunky. All right.
It's like a
Um,
freighter.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to someone. Let's see. You see anyone who you think looks like they're in charge, Iku?
Do I see anybody walking around who looks like they know a thing or two,
Yeah.
or is it just like peons?
You know, you see a guy with a clipboard.
Okay. All right, yeah. So we can fucking walk right up to that guy.
So you
Uh,
walk up to him and he says, "Are you lost?"
Serafina, you
We're
can take this one.
yeah. We're interested. We're new to the city, and we're interested in visiting the farms on the surface. We're very interested in farming.
Farm. You don't look like a bunch of farmers.
I mean, we're not, but we would like to see the agriculture of the city. It's very impressive that y'all are able to feed all the people here.
Well, yes, it's quite honest work. Well, you're interested, then I can get you a tour pass, but that will have to be another day. I'm very busy,
I mean,
and I
come
don't think any
on.
of my men can help you out either.
We don't need a tour. We're perfectly capable of taking care of ourselves. If you just take us down, we can get a ride back up when we need to.
For security reasons, I can't allow that.
I mean, security reasons.
They
Is
don't
it?
just let anybody down to the Underlands. There's only one way down.
And it's on these ships?
Not without security. If you want to go down there in a fast way, then you have to get exiled, like the criminals. And I'm sure you don't want to do that.
Okay.
Is there security around here?
Yeah, there's guards.
Okay. Okay.
So what he's saying is, you guys, they don't have the time to accommodate a tour right now, but he would in like a day or two. Um, and that, or if you really don't have the patience for that, then get yourself arrested and exiled.
We cannot wait a day or two. We have to fucking go down right now.
So that
Okay.
seems to be your options at the moment.
A tour pass. So we could just get a pass to go down to the surface too, huh?
Yeah, but that'll take
It'll take the whole day. Yeah.
or take
Can
2 days.
We're
He's
can
not in
saying.
I
any
like
hurry.
very intensely like look this guy in the eyes and go, "We have to get down to the surface right now."
You're going to look him in the eyes like panicking, or
Like very seriously. Like we have to
um
get down to the surface.
why? He's going to ask.
Um, it is privileged business from the Didac.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Didact Aaron,
that's
I'm
correct.
sure that you have some proof of this.
I'm going to turn to Iku and hold out my hand and go, "Can you hand me the proof?"
And I say, "Why, yes, it's right here." And I am going to. I'm going to hand Serafina a blank sheet of paper, but I'm going to psychically minor illusion that paper to be a formal document.
All right, so he hands you the document, and Serafina, as you grab it, you
Hmm.
see like text just magically start scrawling itself on the paper, complete with like pictures and notaries, and you have what appears to be a document.
All right. And yeah, I'll hand this to the guy. Be like, it's all right there.
So
I'll keep this.
when he touches this, he like grasps it. Does the minor does the illusion break?
No,
Like what is okay?
no, it does not. And this is also sort of making use of my charlatan background, which allows me to make formal documents. It just says it's like a thing I can do. I can forge stuff.
Okay. All right. So he is going to read up and down the document real quick, and he says, "Listen, I can probably get you in a lot sooner than just 2 days, but I'm sure the didact understands. We're under a bit of a crunch right now.
That's odd.
Whatever."
I thought the paper said to let us go now.
I don't believe I was ever talking to you.
Oh well,
It is.
I suppose we'll have to go back to the didact and tell him your authority trumps his.
That's not at all what I'm saying. In saying that, I've talked to the didact before, and he understands the crunch that we have. The most I can do is a day. If that warrants punishment for me, then I guess the didact had other plans.
I am going to grab him by the shoulders and again intensely look at him and go, "The safety of the city. It is imperative that we get down to the surface now."
Roll me
Persuasion?
persuasion or
Okay.
intimidation.
Let me look at
Is
one of the better
is
real
there like a corner nearby?
Corner?
Yeah, like you see how this building is sort of shaped like this? Can I have somebody approach from out of sight, basically?
Sure.
Okay. Then as Serafina is doing this, I'm going to silent image a pair of guards who sort of walk up to us and they're like, "What seems to be the problem here?" And Iko will sort of nudge his head and say,
We've got orders from the didact, but this one's giving us a tough time.
and the guards look at this guy as Serafina is like urging him.
He says, "All right, if you really have to go to that forsaken land, fine. Just give me about 30 minutes. We don't have a ship that's ready to take anyone yet. Is 30 minutes good enough?"
We can wait 30 minutes.
And I say,
Excellent. Inform the didact that we'll be departing shortly.
and the two guards are going to straighten up, salute Serafina and Iku with respect, and then turn and leave around the corner that they came from.
So he is preparing a ship for your departure.
Excellent work.
Is there any reason we have to go right now? Or were we just hassling this guy? Okay, just checking.
He's just telling us no and and we're going, no, let us down right now.
Oh my god, okay, just checking. This guy.
We didn't quite catch your name, sir.
What?
We're asking, or Iku is asking the guy. He says he didn't quite
Oh,
catch
he's
your
gone.
name. Oh, he just left? He just sprinted out of there. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine. So we're heading down to the surface in 30 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, are you just gonna wait that 30 minutes there?
I guess so.
I guess, yeah. I will assume... Ah, shit. I guess I can't assume any form right now. Actually, no. I'll
I
just
definitely know what you look like.
I'll just assume the form of a fucking guard.
All right.
I'll be
So
one of the
you
guards that
guys
came over.
move this here. So you guys board a ship. And you are heading down to the surface. Lots of improv on my end, so bear with me.
Yeah, no sweat at all. So we are flying down on one of these futuristic ships to the underlands below.
Yep.
Full of survivors, and I think they said monsters?
So you're being taken to one of the farms. That's your destination. From there, you're responsible for your own fate, basically.
Gotcha.
So it's not long till let me grab your tokens.
How many people are actually piloting the ship?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to know unless you like went to where the pilots actually were, but you're unable to get there due to
Okay.
tons of security.
Okay.
All right. So upon arriving, you notice immediately that these farms seem to be like very old-timey compared to where you just came from. It's almost like these people don't live in squalor as those above, but you are dropped off via smaller dropship in the middle of this farm town.
They do live in squalor compared to those above?
Oh, they don't
They
live
do.
in squalor compared to above. They live a very simple life down here.
Okay. But they're not like... Okay, everybody's like fine and healthy. They just live simply, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we're dropped off here,
Oh,
oh,
hold on.
uh,
Sorry.
okay.
All right.
So what immediately catches my eye is there's a giant dragon in a like a
You
fire circle.
see a large pyre that's burning, and you see what appears to be a dragon, but you immediately notice, like, you know that it's a statue and not a real dragon.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
It's made up of out of a very shiny black material.
It is odd.
Yes, pretty hard to miss that. What do you suppose it is?
Doesn't look familiar to me at all, does it?
Nope, you've never seen it. The closest thing you've seen to that is Taj Groth.
I met a man once who seemed a bit like this. Stood upright, though. Not quite as fearsome as this.
Yeah. It is odd, and it doesn't seem familiar to me at all either. Does it?
You are aware of dragons, but they are
Okay.
a long extinct species.
Hmm.
What you remember.
Let's track someone down. Do we see anyone around us?
Yes, immediately to your left, you see what appears to be a robot. It is much smaller and tending to crops, just like whether it be raking or picking, as
Here
well
we
as you
go.
see, like in the immediate vicinity, several like human farmers as well. But it seems the humans here are more preoccupied with upkeep of the buildings and technology, whereas the robots sort of do the heaviest of labor.
Since I appear to be a guard, am I catching eyes from any of the townspeople, or are they pretty
Nope.
accustomed to the guards?
They're pretty accustomed to their masters. I wouldn't say masters, but you know what I mean, like the people who employ them.
Well, okay. I'll talk to a person first before talking to the robot.
All right.
Um, can I want to approach them and ask them what's with the statue.
All right, so you see this guy over here,
Okay.
and he says, "Are you in disguise, or is it just EQ?"
Just EQ.
Okay. He says, "Ah, fresh face. What brings you down here?"
We're investigating attacks on local farms. Um, but do you
Well,
mind? Oh, go ahead.
well, look no further, fella. We got problems.
Oh, were y'all attacked recently?
Oh, recently we're attacked every day, but yeah.
Oh, oh my. Is security lax around here?
Oh, no, no, no. That's not the problem. It's just I do hate having to look over my shoulder is all.
Mhm. Why is there a giant burning dragon over there?
Oh, that's ancient lore. I don't know if you have the mind to sit around and listen to me ramble on about that.
Well, you can give me the brief summary.
Um, People here long ago, when dragons were still abundant, there was one that they loved.
Uh-huh.
You asked for the gist, buddy.
Okay. Well, all right. Do you know where the attacks come from?
Uh, from the wilds, sometimes people, sometimes creatures, sometimes in between.
The people is who we're looking for right now.
You're gonna have a hard time following 'em or finding them. Uh, Elysium, the Zephyr, and the Ethereum, they have their own problems too, and they can't seem to find these guys, no matter how hard they try. They're just a bunch of savages, really. Criminals and whatnot coming down into our village and taking what they can, but they don't get too far because obviously they're outgunned 10 to 1.
It's slightly odd that Elysium and the other two cities seem to be supplying these, you call them savages, with infinite fresh blood to continue the assault on the farms, isn't it?
Well, that's the law up there. If you don't follow it, you go down here. A lot of us down here, we're kind of working our way back up there, but some of us are just content with staying down here. I don't
Oh,
mind it down here.
oh, I see. You were banished down here.
Yeah, I kind of fucked up.
What did you do?
Um, I I don't want to talk about it. Okay.
Oh, oh, okay. Um, is there is there not anyone you know involved with the attacks?
Not that I know of. They seem like older folk. They kind of just they've been here for longer than I have. That's for sure.
And are they organized?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
Sometimes they come by themselves. Other times they come in groups of 5 or more. But I tell you, one dies or one falls. Usually the rest scatter like roaches. They kind of roach out of here, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Are do is it just this farm getting attacked, or are you in communication with the other farms?
So these farms right here, these are just for the Elysium. There's other groupings of farms, but they're for the other cities.
Okay, and you don't communicate with those farms.
Not really, no.
Okay.
We could. I mean, we have radio, but we usually just keep to ourselves down here. No, don't
Hmm.
bite the hand that feeds you. That's what I've learned. These guys
Well, you
keep us
feed
safe.
them.
Oh yeah, we do that. It's kind of a mutual relationship, I guess.
Okay. If I look around, do I see any guards other than Iku?
Yeah. You see guards that are dressed similarly to the ones that were up in the city. Let me get them.
Okay.
So like this guy, for example, is just like posted up in various spots of the town.
Okay. So there are Elysium guards here protecting them. They're not
Yeah.
just protecting themselves. Okay. 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 Hmm. Well, I don't suppose you have a way to track people, do you?
Tracking? No,
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
I'm not a hunter. The guards might though.
Yeah, we should maybe talk to one of the guards. Okay. Well, let's go talk to a guard.
Okay,
Talk to this guy.
we're learning.
We're learning.
It's, citizens from uptown.
Yeah, we're here on official business from Didact Aaron. We are looking for um, the groups that are continuously attacking these farms.
Good luck finding those.
Y'all have
They're kind of just scattered about.
y'all had no luck finding any centralized group?
It's not really our job. I mean, I could help you, but we can only get so far. Those wilds are something else, you know? And a lot of times people go in and they don't come out. It's kind of crazy how those guys actually live out there with all the threat of these monsters.
Yeah, and you have no idea how they do that?
Not a clue. Those monsters are tough even for our guns, and these guys come out with no weapons at all most of the time. Just sticks and bows and arrows. Sometimes they have weapons, but it's usually guns that they've somehow got from the city.
What kind of monsters are out there that y'all are so afraid of?
Well, you have your standard jungle cats, and then you got manticores as well. Those kind of are terrifying. And then something else too has been ravaging uh, those people out there lately. We find remains every once in a while through our scouts, but like we don't know what's exactly happening. And we've tried with surveillance, and nothing has yielded. There's no results have been yielded from that either.
Hmm. How often do the scouts go out?
I don't know, every couple of weeks. There's no reason to really go out there. Like they haven't, unless we want to expand more farms, build more farms. But I think we're good with what we have right now.
Do farmers often die down here?
Nope, haven't had a farmer death in about a year and a half, I think.
Okay. I mean, how many farmers are there for Elysium?
I don't know, 100,
How many? 100? Okay.
and that's
Hmm.
excluding the robots. Those are the ones
Oh,
that actually do all the work.
right.
I'm going to speak up and say, "Sounds like we'll be going out into the wilds." And I
Good luck.
turn and look at the guard, and I sort of pat the holstered weapon at my side, and I'm gonna say, "If it's as bad as you say it is there anywhere around here I could get some backup supplies?"
Yeah, we have a small armory. It's off to the north side of the town. You can definitely get more ammunition from that, but uh, don't take all of it.
I think we're gonna need it where we're going.
What's your
And
plan?
I sort of nod and thanks.
We believe that there's an operation going on that may be a threat to the city of Elysium itself, and we're trying to
That
track
surprised
down.
me.
Yeah. We think they might be more organized than you seem to think they are. All right.
Well, I wish you both the best of luck.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Keep
What's
it
your name
quiet.
again, Biff?
Me?
I'm gonna speak up and say, "Can't say. We gotta keep it quiet. And if you don't mind, we weren't here. We gotta keep it on the down low so the operation doesn't catch wind that we're investigating."
All right. I get it.
And I sort of nod in thanks and wave him off. And we'll head north, I guess.
We're gonna steal some stuff from the armory.
Yeah, may as well. Especially if there's
As you
problems out
guys
there.
are heading north, 1 second. Oops. Whoop. All right. You are going to see a large concrete building. Just magically pop up as you're walking towards it. And inside, there's going to be some crates of guns. Okay. So you walk up on this armory. You'll see all that, right? The building that I'm just assembling right before your eyes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Too bad Glug's not here. I'm sure he would appreciate all of the free technology they're handing us.
I'm sure he would. We'll have to grab something for him.
Hmm.
God damn, this place is stacked.
Oh yeah, it's an armory. And so you guys.
It would be a shame if this place got attacked and they didn't have any weapons to defend themselves with.
It would. If someone took all the ammunition.
And sabotage the guns.
That's true.
Or sabotage the gun. Yeah.
That's true.
But
So you guys are
But you would also be
Head
connected
into
to
the
it
armory.
because you're not
That's
disguised.
Is
I've been walking around everywhere. Just a huge, giant lady.
huge, which is guarded by guards.
Hmm.
All right, yeah. This time I am going to. Actually. Yeah, why not? Well, hold up, though. Hold up. Let me think about this. This could potentially go south. Or should we just walk right up?
I think we can just walk right up. I
Yeah,
bet they'll
you know
just
what? I'm gonna prepare another document just saying, hey, we are on a secret mission under direct orders of the Didact. Nobody is to talk about like who we are, where we are, but we're to be given all the access we require. Signed Didact Aaron XOXO.
Hugs and kisses. Imposter.
Hugs and kisses. Didact Aaron.
Darren doesn't do that. He wouldn't do that. See Wakabiku.
She's so stupid.
They're like, we're guards. Guards. Alright. So yeah, these guys are like they say, do you have orders to enter here?
We do. Here's our clearance. I'm going to hand them the document and just patiently wait. As if I've done this a million times, and all they have to do is read it, and I can move on.
They pull out a scanner, and he's going to look quizzically at the paper. And he's going to look back at you, and he's going to say, how did you get down here?
We just came in.
Did you read that paper? We're not supposed to discuss it.
There's no scan point.
No, there isn't.
The Didact usually puts in orders from his computer in his private office. We usually confirm it by scanning that.
Well, you read the paper, right? This is a private investigation.
Oh, I read it.
This
It's
is
just odd that the Didact didn't include the scan point.
maybe so, but it's not up to me to question that sort of thing.
Unfortunately, protocol dictates we can't let you in here. Not without a scanner. Not without a scan point on the document. That's how we verify authenticity.
What do you think, Serafina?
I don't know why the Didact wouldn't give us a document with a scan point. You know, we were told by the other guard that our mission, for our mission we should come over here and collect weapons, but if we weren't granted that privilege, I guess we weren't granted that privilege. It's just too bad that you're interfering with us doing our work.
Unfortunately, we were told to keep, with how things have been getting rough here, we were told to keep very close or strict clearance on these weapons.
We're about to go into the jungle as part of our investigation. You're really not going to allow us to supply up before we go?
What else could you possibly need from here?
Ammunition, medical supplies, things to help keep us alive, keep these ambushes off your back.
Look, we can contact the Didact and ask him ourselves. We don't need a scan point if he just tells us, but it's going to take a bit for that.
Let me see. I shake my head. I say, we don't have time for that. If we can't supply up here, we'll have to go on without it.
Look, if you need backup, just let us know and we'll help.
We have a lot of reinforcements here. Probably itching to go out on a fight, if that's what you're looking for.
Maybe. Could be helpful. Is there a way to contact you guys quickly?
He will give you a radio frequency.
Thanks. Okay, I take note of that radio frequency.
However, you do not have a radio.
Correct. So I just sort of memorize what he tells me. And then I sort of just shake my head. I says, well, looks like it's all we have on us then.
All right. No, into the jungle we go.
I could... Are these windows?
Which what? Oh, they're like little, like slots with glass. But yeah, they're essentially windows.
Little slots with glass. Do they look like they open?
No. It's just thick pane glass.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, fuck it. We will just have to go then. So... I guess we need some direction as to how to go looking for these groups.
Yeah, we got absolutely nothing on where we're supposed to go to find them.
Alright, I don't want to deal with these guys, though. Their suspicion levels have moved from green to yellow.
Yeah. We could ask a robot.
That's true.
Okay, yeah, we'll go ask this robot. Yeah.
Could also go ask the same guard who was like more accommodating before as well.
Yeah.
What are you asking him?
I'm just gonna walk up and be like, robot, where do the attacks come from?
Why, the jungle, sir.
Which direction?
He points
That way.
in this direction.
Alright, do you have anything for the robot? That's all I wanted.
Nope, I guess we will make do with what we have. We can work with that.
Yeah, thank you, robot. You better not be lying to me. I've had bad experiences with you. With not you specifically, but like robots in general.
That's unfortunate news, sir. I hope you are getting over it well.
Alright.
So you guys just gonna walk out into the jungle.
Gonna walk into the jungle.
I fucking guess so. Here's hoping for the best.
Alright. You guys are in the jungle. The mighty jungle. You
Gonna
grab your
die
cell
out here, and that's the end of the just wander in the jungle and die.
Just get mauled by a tiger.
Wait, where's Seraphine on the map? Oh, there you go.
Oh, they're all moved. Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, so I guess it pointed southwest.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess we just leave whichever direction that is.
So you guys go pretty far into the jungle, and you are... What are you trying to find? Exactly, you're just like wandering aimlessly into the jungle.
What we are looking for any sign of human life.
Mhm.
Okay, roll me an investigation check, both of you.
I would also be looking for like footprints, you know, any sign of trails through the underbrush.
So,
Ooh.
with 9, you don't find any Seraphina. Iku, you find something strange. What you find is a small metal stick or rod protruding out of the ground, and the dirt seems fresh.
The dirt seems fresh. When a mold
Yeah,
earth it.
like it was jammed into the ground. It even without mold earth, you're able to just easily pull this out. It's like a 10-pound metal rod.
Well, I'm gonna kind of step away because I don't know what the thing is, but I'm going to unearth whatever it is.
You move the earth around it, and it just like falls sideways.
10-pound metal rod. No clear sign of what it does.
You look at it further, and you see a small button on the side of it.
Do I push the button or do I not push the button?
Push the button.
Alright, I'll push the
Absolutely
button.
push the button.
You push the button, and it does nothing.
Okay.
Hmm.
I just throw it on the ground.
As you try to throw it on the ground, you pull at it, and it's almost like it resists the tug of your arm.
Oh. Okay. I push the button. Well, no. No. I don't do that. I don't have an understanding of what this is, so I'm just going to sort of push it again. I guess try and just knock it over.
So you let go, and as you do, you notice this thing is just floating in midair in the exact same position as you were holding it. And you try and push it, and your hand just like it's like pushing against a solid wall. Your hand just like does not budge it a single bit.
How odd. I can't seem to knock this over.
I'll go over and push it. Serafina.
Serafina, you push, and you are unable to push it.
I don't think I recognize this magic.
Nor do I.
Wasn't always floating here, was it?
No, it was buried in the ground there.
Huh.
And there's this button here.
Okay. Serafina will reach out and press the button.
You push the button, and as you do, the rod just falls to the ground with a thud.
So this thing's
Another.
a 10-foot rod?
Yeah.
God damn.
I don't recognize this type of magic. This wouldn't be another or a good gift for Glug, potentially.
That is wood. But I can't carry that.
Carry it around. Just have one of my hands have a 10-foot rod in it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dual wield a quarterstaff and a halberd.
Yeah.
Okay, shit. So we're just taking this.
Oh, sorry, it's a 10-pound rod. The length is like closer to a foot.
Oh, I got you.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay,
I will
yeah.
stow it then. I'll stow it.
Yeah, we'll snag that for Glug.
All right.
It's like a 10-foot rod. Holy crap. I'm just gonna march through the jungle with this thing.
Okay. Well, I don't think that was something new then, though, if it was buried.
No,
Well,
it
so
appeared
you
to be
noticed
freshly buried.
yeah, like it
Oh.
was recently jammed there.
Is there any sign of like footprints near the burial site that might have indicated which direction the person who buried it
Roll
may have
me
been?
an investigation.
Come on, Igu. Come on, Igu. By the way, I'm gonna give Seraphina some Eldritch inspiration.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
it's just bardic inspiration. Investigation, you said?
Mhm.
Ooh, another 19.
You find footprints,
Another
and
paralyzer.
another paralyzer. You find footprints that go. Oh wait, wrong layer. Find footprints that go here to here and to here.
Ah, here we are, Serafina.
I'm going to use minor illusion to illuminate the footprints with like little burning green eldritch fire, and we can sort of just follow them.
Oh, nice. All right.
Is that real fire?
No, it's just illusory fire.
Okay.
Or yeah, I guess I'll use silent image for that. So she and I will just follow these burning footprints along this little sneaky trail. Although I will keep an eye out for any like fucking bullshit.
Roll me a perception check because you're keeping an eye out.
Oh no. I got
You were blinded. You're just like skipping through this jungle.
Yeah. Seraphine is just like following the footprints, not paying attention.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
All right. The footprints continue on towards the west.
Okay. Well, let's follow them.
Okay. Fortunate to have found the lead like this.
And you are led to deeper in the jungle.
Wait a minute. I know this map.
Yes, it's part of the jungle assets pack.
These are where the alligators attack Torval.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Dang, what a throwback. Okay. Okay. So whoever was traveling down here knew what they were doing, because they went real deep into here. I'm gonna let Seraphina walk in front.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we still following the footprints right now?
As long as we can continue to find them.
Yeah. You're still following the footprints.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll keep going.
Okay, nice. We're just gonna follow these deep into the freaking jungle. Damn, it's too bad we don't have Glug with us, because Glug
I know.
remembers everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Damn it. We're gonna go back and be like, yeah, we don't remember how to get back.
Just
Continue
two
up
extremely like
here.
unqualified people to be out here.
Yeah, true.
Alright. Well, no jungle cats or anything attacking us. That's nice.
You, Seraphine, roll me an insight as you like make note of this.
Have not been
Okay.
mauled yet.
So with the 15, you notice that there's not really any animal that you've seen here. Like you
Oh.
even look in the water and you don't notice fish, frogs, anything like that. Like this jungle is still as the grave, but it is very lush.
What was that guard's problem? It's just lying to us.
Something tells me the animals didn't just vanish.
Hmm. We'll keep going.
They must be somewhere.
I fucking
Have
guess we will. Yeah, we'll just keep.
Have they been playing at being an unorganized, do you think? Have they tamed all of the animals out here?
Tamed all the wildlife.
All of the wildlife?
At our beck and call. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
So you guys come up here and you manage to see in the distance some ruins where the footprints lead to.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Hmm.
So what you see before you is a small platform, and as you get closer, in the middle of the platform, you find this.
Unfortunate fool.
Any sign of what happened to him or her?
Iku, as you look in, you don't need to roll an investigation for this because it's very apparent. You find another rod, this time jammed straight through the sternum of the skeleton.
Ah, another one of these. Lovely.
And without any worry for the corpse, I will retrieve the rod.
As you try to pull the rod, it does not budge.
Oh. Is there a button on it like the other one?
There is a button, however, the side of the sternum is permanently compressing it.
The side of the sternum is compressing it.
Therefore, that you cannot, since you cannot press the button or move the rod to press the button.
Ah, this
The only
corpse
other
is
way
in the
is
way.
The corpse is in the way? Okay, I will grab the corpse.
So you rip the bones away from this rod. They clatter across the platform,
Alright. There you go,
and
Iku.
the rod just hovers slightly above the platform.
Ah, thank you.
I'm going to retrieve the rod.
You click the button and retrieve it. You now have 2 rods.
Nice. I think Serafina has the other one for now.
All right.
Alright, we both each have a rod. Well, I assume that a person did that to them then. They have a magic rod sticking out of them. I don't think an animal did that.
Yes, I also think it's a little odd that the footsteps from the last corpse presumably led directly to this one. I didn't see a body where that rod was, but that doesn't mean there wasn't one.
That's true. Do we see any more footprints leaving this location?
You don't.
Huh.
That seems a bit strange.
That is strange.
No footsteps, only to and fro.
Was it to and fro, or was it a one-way set of
Just a
tracks?
one-way
one-way.
set.
Yeah.
Ah. And then they just vanish here?
They just vanish there. Stop at the skeleton. I mean, you can roll another investigation, but
Yeah.
your immediate sight vanish.
Nice. And you have a Bardic Inspiration whenever you...
Oh.
So,
Yeah, how do I use that? What is
with
that? 1d4?
18, you don't see any additional footsteps except for the ones that you followed.
I believe it's a 1d6. I have 4 of them, and I can only give them. I have 5 of them, and I can only give them to you.
Okay, so that investigation is at 21.
Yeah, well, even with a 21, your search yields no new results.
Hmm.
No new results. And what did her search yield?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Like there's no new steps. It stops.
Oh.
Still stops at the corpse.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Serafina was investigating for like what occurred here.
Oh, I was
Oh,
not, but I
oh,
could do that. Yeah, let me roll
you'd
another
have
one.
to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
13.
I'll fucking buff Serafina again.
All right.
Okay,
Well, it does.
roll
Okay.
1d6.
Okay.
4.
All right. With a 19, um,
Or 17, right?
I mean, this thing. Oh, 17. With the 17, this thing was clearly killed with this rod being jammed forcefully through its chest. Uh, it was a human, but you don't know like who did it, and what for.
Hmm. Hmm. Do I
Well,
sense that anything arcane may have occurred here?
Roll an Arcana.
Do I know detect magic? Is that a thing I have? I do not. Balls. Okay. Arcana it is. Criminy. Hmm. And there's nothing.
So even okay, with an 8, even though it's a very minor score, you do like you have detect magic, right?
I do not. I checked to see if I have it, but
Oh,
I do not.
okay, never mind. All you do is like I mean, what you can infer from this is that this is possibly a supernatural event.
yeah.
Hmm.
Is there anything special about the slab that the person was on?
It's just some very old ruins. Um,
Okay.
like there's some pillars that collapsed. The platform seemed to, it's just a bare platform. There's nothing significant about it other than that. These ruins are a lot older than the time that Iku is from, as you can tell.
Well, we don't think this body has been out here for 1,000 years. I mean, it's recent, from what we know.
Well, this body is nothing but bones, or it was nothing but bones. Now it's scattered everywhere, but
But the footprints were recent.
Yeah.
the footprints were fresh.
Fresher than this corpse by a long
Yeah,
shot.
yeah. Footprints look like they were made the same day as you guys arriving.
Well, there has to be a secret passage or some trick we're not realizing. Maybe it's like the
Hmm.
gazebo. I'm just gonna walk in a circle around the platform and see if I fall in anywhere.
As you approach the northern corner of the platform, you are going to stumble into a just Seraphine. You're going to see the jungle kind of like meld away, and you're going to see a large stream of water and a long, dilapidated bridge
Ugh! I'll
ahead
kind
of
of like
you.
give a shout and go, Iku!
Do I
You,
hear?
Iku, you don't hear anything. You just see Seraphina has disappeared from your sight, but you don't know where she went.
Oh God. I should go get Glug.
It's gonna leave me out in the jungle.
That's fucked up.
Okay, I'll cross the bridge.
All right, so you're crossing. You decide to. Oh wait, let me put your token on here. Just Seraph now. So you try to cross it, but you notice there's large gaps that would make it nearly impossible for you to like cross by normal means.
Huh. Well, I will go ahead and transform then and fly.
All right, so you transform and you go ahead and take off. One
Alright.
second. Ah, where is it? Hold on, I'm trying to look for something real quick. Where's that? Is this it? Yes. Okay, I found it. Bear with me. I forgot something
Oh,
No
no
sweat.
problem.
on this map. So you activate your ASMR form, and you're able to cross this bridge with ease. And you are in another part of the jungle, but this time it seems more familiar.
Oh. Well, I know what that is. I will go towards the tower, I guess.
Yes, this one is much larger than the one you originally discovered.
Uh,
Where's your
where am
token
I
at?
in
Oh,
relation on this map? Oh, I'm all the way
oh,
up there. Oh,
yeah.
scary.
You notice that there are towering creatures kind of in a semicircle around it, and
Uh,
they are unmoving, staring at the tower.
uh. Okay. I so I am going to just assume that this tower is like the previous one, and um, I'm gonna try, I guess, sneaking forward. Um, I'll start moving forward. I'm trying to be as stealthy as I can in full plate mail.
These creatures don't even respond to you.
Okay.
Neither do the jungle cats that are surrounding this.
Okay.
What you see is about a fourth. There's like hundreds of jungle cats, like,
Yeah.
or like, just like all these like massive creatures just surrounding this thing. It's like they were all looking at it and were just frozen in time doing so.
Oh. Can I find anything like the panel that was on the previous tower?
It is in the same exact spot as before.
All right, I'll pull it.
All right, so you pull it and a small door opens up.
I will go in.
Hold on, I have to find the archive for this underground area. I archived it. It's gonna look the exact same as the one you guys visited before. Just
Hmm.
But yeah, you go down into it and you see a familiar force field,
Oh,
but the warmth that you experienced in the first one is not apparent here. This is cold as a cave would be cold.
can I touch the force field?
You touch the force field and your hand goes through it.
All right, let's go on through.
All right. So you head down and you are in the bottom of this. Um, so you don't see any swirling vortex as before, but instead you see a faint glowing circle in the center of this room.
All right, I kind of know the deal now, so I'll just go up and touch it.
You go and touch it, and you wait a moment, and nothing happens.
I'll shake it a little bit.
Shake what?
The thing I'm grabbing.
No, there's nothing. It's like a glowing circle on the ground that you're standing in.
Oh, it's a glowing circle on the ground. Okay, okay, I thought it was an orb. Okay,
Yeah, there's no orb there, no swirling vortex. It's just like a faintly glowing circle.
gonna like yell hello.
As you're standing in it, or
Yeah, as I'm standing in it.
all right. So you scream hello, and it echoes through the building, and you pass out
Oh,
as a force descends upon you. Iku, what? Oh, Iku, you're still outside the thing. That's right. All right. Iku, roll me roll me a nature check as you're trying to backtrack. Okay. All right. Serafina, let's see. Let's go back to your thing real quick. So you scream out, and a force is going to like basically push you out of your body, like your spirit, as you are raised through the ceiling. As your body is going to collapse,
mhm.
and you rapidly ascend at lightning speed through the ceiling of this place and then into the open sky. Come on, paste over here. I'm trying to copy and paste your token. As you are brought here. You are floating and you see various objects surrounding you as you ascend to this heavenly scene.
Hmm. And there's no one here to greet me.
Nope.
Do these look like doors on the bottom of
They
this?
look like thrones
Look like thrones.
or chairs just floating in space.
I guess I'll yell out and just go, "Has someone brought me here?"
Says, "Oh, I wasn't expecting you."
Oh. Uh, yeah. Hello.
Do you know who I am, child?
I do not.
I am the Archangel Gabriel.
It's good. And you know who I am?
Yes, you are the chosen of Aziel, are you not?
That is correct. I am. Uh, We came to your tower while looking for the people banished to the jungle to see if they could assist us in saving the city.
Saving the city. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
You mustn't.
Mustn't save the city.
It is not your duty. Your duty is to vanquish the old gods.
I was given pretty clear instructions to kill the man impersonating himself as Didactarian.
Didactarian is no threat to you.
It doesn't matter if he's a threat. I was given a mission by Aziel himself.
Aziel is not to be trusted.
I, do you get to say that?
Of course. However, it is more complicated than what we lead on. But it is not my duty to inform a mortal of our angelic, what's that word I'm looking for? Affairs.
So you are opposed to Aziel.
How much time do you have?
I have some time. Well, I need to be getting back to my friend who I left in the jungle. But you can explain it to me.
Very well. Let's see. Oh, Iku. Okay. Iku, with an 18, you are having trouble navigating the jungle.
Okay, I heard
Sure.
that.
Music. So, as the angel will beckon, and as he does so, all these thrones will reveal a denizen perched upon it. He says, "You have stepped into something that transcends your time and understanding. Something that wasn't explained to you. Aziel is not who he seems. And he is going to produce a picture or an image of Aziel. It's like, this is the Aziel that presents himself to you. Does he look familiar?
Yeah.
This image will begin to distort, revealing something else, transforming into this, taking its place. This is Aziel's true form. He is the god, or he is the angel of death. And he is part of a great civil war between us and them. Angel against angel, brother against brother. If you want to see that picture again,
Okay.
um,
Well, he seems to be trying to bring back god worship to the city. Are you saying he shouldn't be doing that?
the War of Ideals is a very troublesome and complicated history. But due to humanity's unresolved greed and temptation, a great evil has been set upon material realm, because of which an old god now thrives alongside mortals. This wasn't the case when your friends traveled back or forward in time. Because of their inactivity, from the one Francesca McDougal, These old gods were able to thrive and grow in this world. A mortal savior like yourself was chosen to vanquish the occult followers threatening to bring these wretched beings into existence. You, Seraphina, a member of the Asimar, were the highest of the mortals and a direct descendant of us, an incarnate of our being. You were chosen for this task. Aziel, now that you know the god of death, was to be the bearer of prophecy, thus responsible for guiding you as a young soul. However, he had another plan. Humanity was responsible for the corruption of the world through his eyes, a danger to the natural order of the universe, not just the planet that they resided on. So he guided you, a young Aasimar, moldable and teachable to his ways, and future champions as well, on a path of destruction. When the time came and the final connection between the heavens and the material plane were to finally bridge through you, the champion, and with the full strength of the cosmos, you would carry out the deed of destroying all life in Aziel's name, thus allowing nature to heal and rebuild in its absence. This decision, of course, was not really received well by us. Thus began a fracturing of ideals, a war of ideals that took place between the angels, forming two forums of discussion: prosperity and reclamation. Prosperers believed humanity had their faults, despite the great mistakes, deserve intervention in the form of help to fend off the forces threatening their worlds, the old gods. Reclaimers believed humanity had their faults and weren't worthy of a second chance. They were to be eradicated, allowing nature to once again rule and create new life instead. I was the original archangel. I led the angels as a whole in shaping this world and the universe. Aziel, when the fracturing started, took his own group. They formed their new coalition to spite us.
So you would have me just leave Jackor Windhelm to rule that city and expunge anyone he so chooses?
Jackor Windhelm is a different story. Jackor Windhelm is supposed to be dead
Well, he's
because
not.
of his because of him living. Your power is incomplete.
Well,
He must be
that
dealt with for you to regain strength, and he refuses to forego it. He believes that inaction is the best choice. However, him being alive also puts a thorn in Aziel's side as well. For Aziel can't complete his mission either.
okay. Well, it sounds like it's up to me about whether or not when I get my power back, I destroy all life, which I don't plan to do. So it seems like you and Aziel are at least in agreement on me killing this guy.
Every end has its purpose. I
Yeah.
guess you should know now that when this final bridge happens, you become a vessel of our very power. You will also be destroyed by it. The deed is done.
I mean, is there a way for me not to be destroyed by it?
Unfortunately not. You are a mortal body. A god's power occupying its space would destroy it, but not after that we've sought our retribution. It's these old gods.
Okay. Well, then I'm kind of back to. Could you help me find the people who are supposed to be in this dungeon where your tower resides?
People in the dungeon.
Or people in the forest, I mean?
The people in the forest are not to be trifled with. They will
Yeah.
not help you on your journey.
Oh, well, I mean, the other guys are helping me.
What other guys?
Aziel and his pantheon are helping me out.
If you choose us, we will help you more than this Azio would. We will try
Will
to.
you help me not die?
We will do what we can.
Wow. Okay.
Although you still may not enjoy the outcome.
Yeah. I don't really want to light the beacon here. Can you send me back to where I was in the jungle before I got teleported here?
Very, very well.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I am going to kill Jackor Windhelm. You want that, right?
To complete your power, you must dispose of him.
Okay.
He
All right.
shares a tether with you that must be broken for you to have our full boon. And from there, you must seek out the sword of Jackor Windhelm, for it also bears to be a conduit of our strength. Through it, you can guide us against our mission to vanquish the old gods.
Vanquish the old gods. Okay. So, but is getting the sword going to trigger me getting my god powers and dying?
When the time comes, the powers will come. The sword does not trigger it automatically.
Okay.
The
All
one
right.
named Iku will know where this
Yes.
sword lies,
So are you
but we
telling me to
cannot see
watch
it.
out for Iku? Do I need to watch out for Iku?
He will be an ally for now, but he has his own mission. Unfortunately, not for our eyes.
Does Iku not serve the old gods?
Oh, he does. He serves the old gods. You don't
Okay.
need to worry about that.
Okay, I shouldn't worry about that. Okay.
I know. It's obvious he serves the old gods.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
am an
yeah, yeah.
old god.
I'm just saying, if what they're saying is true, I feel like there should be a little bit more urgency in regards to Iku.
So what they're saying is they know Iku serves the old gods, but they don't know what he's up to.
Okay,
He's
okay.
very they can only see like what you see.
Okay.
Kind of sounds like they
And
want you to kill
before
me.
you touched this tower or like stood in the circle, they didn't see anything you saw. Like this particular set of angels. So, okay, what's going on here without speaking in cryptic language? You have this war of ideas between you had this angelic faction that broke into like two separate factions because one side believes the prosperers um they believe that humanity um, even though despite their mistakes and despite their flaws that they are capable of growth, and even though they're kind of responsible for the old gods becoming like a thing in the mortal realm, that they deserve a second chance and they deserve divine intervention. The
Mhm.
reclaimers, however, believe that humanity is a lost cause and the old gods should be vanquished, but humanity along with it, because they're also at guilt, and whatever comes out from nature at that point on will become the new inheritors of the world and
Yeah.
universe. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. And before you had yourself, you were a member or you were a champion of Aziel, now known as the Angel of Death,
Hmm.
who was he was a reclaimer and he's the leader of the reclaimers. And you you stumbled into a tower um that Gabriel the archangel had authority over. So instead of contacting Aoten or Aziel, you contacted him instead. So you
Hmm.
basically stumbled into their little piece of realm. So that's where you're at right now.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I got all that. So they're saying when I kill Jackor Windhelm, I will get stronger. When I get the sword, I will get stronger. At some point, I will reach critical mass and explode and die.
So, yes, that
Yes.
is
Okay.
what both sides. That is what this side tell you. Who knows
Yeah.
what Aziel?
What Aziel would say.
telling you.
Yeah. And so, yeah, but they both agree on the fundamentals of what I need to do. So that's good.
For additional context, I will
Mhm.
name all the angels. I don't know if you can see their names
I
or
can see all
not.
their names.
Yeah, we can see all of them.
Okay. So
We got.
all of these guys are sort of part of this coalition, and I think you've already been to. Let me pop you over to here real quick. You've already been
Mhm.
to this.
Yeah.
That Aziel is gone. This Aziel is the new. Every
New
time you see
Aziel is
Aziel, you'll be seeing this because Aziel was only showing up as a light god to make himself seem more friendly to you. It was
Mhm.
a method of subversion.
Yeah.
So
That's what
he is
I've
the
been
angel of
saying
death.
the whole
And you'll
time.
notice with all these like angels and their titles that um, they're all like related to the end and the beginning in some form of way.
Mhm.
Whereas the other angels in this realm are all related to new life and perseverance.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
everything around here is like human, like divination, visions, mysteries, memory,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
continued
Okay.
growth. Okay.
Okay.
So you're back in the tower. Sorry about that.
Oh, they're teleporting me back. Don't teleport me back to the tower.
Wait.
Okay. Well, I did tell them back where I got teleported from, so I guess I
Yeah,
think
you're in the
we can
room, and it's just like the circle is gone, but it's like dead quiet. The heat is
Okay.
not rising like before. You just leave.
I'm just
All
like
right. So yeah,
out
I am
in the
just fucking
jungle
lost.
somewhere.
You are lost. Iku is lost too.
I'm just like shit. We got to get back so we can get to the party. Uh. Do I have any sort of way to contact Iku? I don't, do I?
Iku, does he have any, or does Serafina have any way to contact you?
Was Serafina on the same plane
Huh?
as I was?
Not sure there.
Oh,
Oh, no, you muted?
can y'all not hear me? Oh, sorry about that. Okay,
Oh, welcome back.
I was
Welcome
using
back.
the wrong mic. Um, was Serafina on the same plane as I was?
Are you trying to make an insight on that, or?
No, if she was, she would have heard messages from me when I sort of like reached out after she vanished. If she wasn't, then I'd have no idea what she was up to.
Okay.
So it's kind of the question for the DM is like, did these messages get through? Because if she's
I'm gonna wait. So up until Serafina was like speaking to the angels, she was like on the same realm as you, or plane of existence.
okay, then after she vanished, I could have just asked like, where are you? What happened? Kind of a deal.
All right. I mean, Serafina, you just pretty much tell Iku like, I mean, you can tell Iku anything from this point on. I'm assuming like the connection's restored once you come back to it. If you guys want to like flesh out that dialogue.
Okay.
So
Was Iku reaching out to me?
So I guess every now and then I'll just like probe out there for Serafina's mind, you know. And so at some point, Serafina, you'll just hear,
Serafina, are you out there?
Just go, yeah. What do you want?
Oh, you're back. You're back. Excellent. What happened? Where are you?
I don't know. I got teleported deeper into the jungle.
Well, that's just great. Because I'm also lost deeper in the jungle.
And I sort of look around the cave hole I've dug myself.
Do you see a giant tower?
No, I'm underground at the moment.
Well, get out from underground, get up high, look for a giant tower.
Oh, goodness.
Am I gonna have to climb a tree?
Climb a tree, look for a tower.
You don't see a tower from where you're standing.
Oh my god, where am I?
I just like
No,
climb
I'm
out of the
talking about
ground, dot
your
dot
tower.
dot, looking around.
No, I don't see a tower of any kind.
Did you climb a tree, Iko, or are you just on the ground still?
Can I make an athletics check to climb a tree? I
Yeah,
guess? I'm not
Try and climb a tree.
not much of an athlete.
Preposterous.
Oh yeah, you slide down the trunk as you attempt to climb it.
No, Serafina, there's no tower anywhere. I've already reached out to Glug.
You reached out to Glug?
Yeah, because if I couldn't find Serafina after Serafina, like, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. When Serafina first vanished from sight on the platform, was she at
She kind of
that
went
point?
around the edge of the platform and vanished, and you kind of missed it.
Okay, was she at that point in another plane? Because that's really when I would have just reached out to her and been like, "Hey, what the hell just happened?"
No, she didn't go to another plane of existence
Okay.
until she was teleported to the angels.
Well
From her body.
then, in all likelihood, I probably would have come with Serafina probably up until like this point.
The outside of the tower, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think I
Okay.
would approach these big fucking things. I've been treated not so kindly by these towers in the past.
All right, so
So I'd
where
probably
are
be
you?
chilling here. So I'm
You
not
can't find. Oh,
in a
there.
hole somewhere. I'm right here.
You're right. You're just waiting outside when Seraphina is teleported back out.
Mm-hmm. And I would have just levitated across the bridge.
All right, so yeah, Iku's waiting outside for you, Seraphina. Teleported
Hello.
out.
Well, we gotta get out of here somehow.
Well, I guess we have to go back the way we came. We never did find those bandits.
Do you think there's a teleport in the other direction there?
Well, I don't know. Was there no beacon in there for you? Someone to come
It was,
help us?
it was kind of a different operation that time.
I see. Well, no matter then.
Okay.
We never did find out what was going on with those rods. Or
No,
where the survivors are.
no, we did not. Can I? Are the leopards just looking at us?
They are looking towards the tower. Some are look like they're mid walking away and they just froze in the spot.
Oh, that's weird.
That is weird. It doesn't seem good. It just seems a little off-putting.
Okay.
There's these giant
Yeah.
bipedal trees as well as you guys are walking past them.
I would very likely actually be way up here. I don't think I would have come close to these
Oh,
Got
trees.
that close.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll meet Serafina on the outskirts.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go to the bridge, I guess.
So
Okay.
you guys are heading back to the bridge.
Back to the bridge.
As you guys, so as you guys are walking back the bridge, Serafina, I need you to make a perception check. As you're walking across.
You're walking across the bridge.
Yeah. Just as you're walking across, you're gonna see this water kind of like come out, look at you. It's gonna say, "Traitor," and then vanish.
What?
Yeah, you didn't even do anything yet.
I didn't even do anything. They want me to do the same thing. I'm not even betraying either one of them. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, screw you then, I guess.
They're just probably upset you even talked to the other coalition.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to deal with that later.
Does Iku see this?
Iku, you do not see it.
Okay. Yeah, well, way to go, I guess.
You see me make like a what the fuck like hand gesture, like, okay. What's your problem? Alright. We will cross to the other side of the bridge. There I am.
That guy was an asshole anyway.
I mean, I was trying to finagle something
He
from
was
the
he was misleading you.
yeah.
Which is what
He
I've
didn't tell
been
you about-
saying.
He didn't tell you about the death part.
No. And I wouldn't have agreed to that. Like, if they're giving me all the power and I have to use it, when they told me, oh, kill everybody, I would have been like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, fuck you.
Alright. So you guys cross. Both of you roll me nature checks as you're trying to navigate out this jungle.
I don't have a button for nature check. Let me go look.
Just shift double left click your token to open your character sheet.
Ah. Nature.
No. I'll give you an Eldritch Inspiration, though.
Okay.
So that's
Roll.
15.
1d6. Yes.
Oh, okay.
17.
17. I'm gonna say you guys are able to navigate your way back to the edge of the farm.
Nice.
Awesome.
You guys are covered in weeds and dirt as you walk
Me
out.
Coming back looking like a guard again.
Oh, we didn't find the people, did we?
No. We didn't find anything.
Well,
we found your stuff, but
we found my stuff.
found
I didn't
the
really
truth.
get anything out of it.
yeah.
I got the truth, but
We also found signs of something arcane happening here, which, now that I think about it, does contrast pretty strongly with this like hyper technological civilization.
yes.
What does?
The use
farm?
of like powerful arcade magic out in the jungle just seems very different from this like advanced techno culture.
Well, it seems from what you gather, or actually roll me an insight. Okay, so from what it seems that you gather, that you don't know the extent, like what powers the city above versus what you encountered jungle.
Mhm.
So make with that what you will. Could very well be that both are powered by arcane energy.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, you guys are in the farm.
Let's go bug that one guard and tell them to call the ship for us.
Alright, so it'll just be this guy.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you find what you're looking for?
No, We did find proof that they're out there and that they are more organized than y'all think, but we weren't able to find their location.
What did you find?
Some I will pull out my rod and show it to him. We found
Oh,
these.
that's an immovable rod you got there, and you got two of them. Lucky guy or girl.
Yeah. So, do these exist in the city?
Oh yeah, you can get them from several emporiums. They're quite
Oh,
expensive though. Those are like 500 gold apiece. They use the
they
same repulsor technology that the ships use.
do the scouts use them?
Scouts? Oh yeah, they're used as a secondary weapon for most of us, but only the most advanced trained soldiers are really able to use them.
Oh, okay. Because we found signs of these being used to kill people out in the forest. You believe
Ah,
the scouts did that?
I guess some of them were smuggled down here and given to those guys.
Oh,
Just typical savage stuff, I guess.
I.
Using them as a stabbing weapon. It's not what they're used for with us.
What do y'all use them for?
Watch. And he holds out his hand.
Okay, and I'll hand it to him.
So he takes both of them and he clicks the button on one, and then clicks a button on another one and puts them like parallel to each other in midair, and then he puts a foot on one and then grabs on the other and like pulls himself up to the top one and then unclicks the bottom one and then rinse and repeat, like as if he's climbing a ladder that he's building.
It's just climbing
Okay,
through the air.
Yeah.
hey, that's pretty cool.
Kill him
Our special
while he's
forces are
falling.
really nifty for these. Or especially nifty with these.
How much weight can they carry?
Oh, sky's the limit. I've seen these things hold up a 1,000 pounds of boxes before. The Emporium was going crazy with them one day.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
If you ever want any more of them and you have the money, you can go to God, what's that guy's name? Erkinsval's up in the city.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
That's
kind of
good to
supplies
know.
all the troops with what they need. He's kind of the weapons dealer around these parts.
His shop
Yes.
was closed last time we went to it. We actually tried to meet with him earlier.
Oh, he's
He's
got multiple locations in other cities. The Ethereum and the Zephyr both have his emporiums as well. He's kind of the go-to guy for weapons contracts.
Oh, okay. He travels around. I see.
That's correct.
All right. Well, that's good to know. Can you call the ship for us? We need to get back to report.
Oh yeah, certainly.
So it doesn't take long for this cargo ship to return, and you guys are back to the city.
All right.
All right. That wasn't so bad.
We head back and see if Glug's still alive.
You walk up to Glug's door and no answer.
No answer.
So before, roll. Okay, hold on. Rewind it.
Mhm.
So when you guys were first knocking on the door, roll me a perception check as you were knocking.
Okay.
You do hear the faint sound of clicking metal, but as you knock, you get no answer. You're assuming Glug is tinkering with something. That was before you left the first time. You
Mhm.
get back and you knock on the door. This time, you hear no sound at all. It's been 18 hours ish since you last checked on Glug.
Glug is probably asleep, but we need to wake him up so that we can start getting ready for the party.
Yeah, I'm just gonna prestidigitate myself clean and shapeshift into a noble.
Alright, so you're a noble. Serafino, what are you doing?
I have a disguise kit, right? I will. Still wearing my armor, I'm gonna spruce it up a little bit, kind of make it look more like I'm in parade dress
Okay,
than my normal armor.
alright. No answer from Glug, though. He's refusing. He is not coming out of his room. Hold on, there's an N, guys. Made for you guys. Oh, it's sort of under construction, but
Oh,
so yeah, you're at Glug's door.
Okay. So yeah, I guess that first time, that was when I would just shrug and be like, oh well.
You can technically see through the door, actually, since it's like more of a force field. So you see Glug just laying there motionless on the bed.
oh,
Yeah.
Wait, do these rooms not have any privacy? We just see right
The
into them?
door. So real quick, the doors have like settings that make them opaque.
Hmm.
Obviously, the Glug has not set this door to anything, and is just laying there on the bed.
Does he look dead?
You don't know. There's just no movement.
that's concerning. Can I try and walk through the door?
You try and walk through, but you can't. It's a solid object.
Hmm. I'll turn to Eco and go, is he alive?
I'm going to hold up my hand towards Glug's sleeping form and reach out to Glug's mind.
And say,
All right,
Glug, are you alive?
you hear nothing.
I turn to Serafina and shake my head and I say,
Quite dead, I'm afraid.
Oh. Uh, we need to get help, don't we? We need to go get someone to resurrect Glug. Okay, I'll run downstairs and get the innkeeper to
All right.
come up
So
here.
you get the innkeeper, and he's like, "Oh, dead body. That's a first." And he like turns off the force field leading into Glug's room, and he says, "Well, what do you guys make of it? Do I need to bring a casket out?"
Can I investigate the body?
So you touch the body, and it's very warm to your touch, and you notice that there is breathing,
Oh, good.
and it's like fever warm. However, Glug is not sweating
Ah,
as somebody with a fever would have.
my mistake.
Oh, that Glug is not dead. Yeah, your mistake. Um, let me look at my character sheet real quick. One sec. Okay. Um, I'm going to use Healing Hands to heal Glug for. Am I level 6?
You should be level 8.
Oh, level 8. Okay, for 8 hit points.
Alright, so you heal Glug and nothing happens. Roll me a perception check as you heal Glug, though.
Okay.
Is that a fresh perception check or is that an old one? The
Isn't
12,
that fresh?
13.
I believe 13's fresh.
Oh, okay. Um, you notice Glug like kind of makes a smile asleep as you like heal him. Like it's like a peaceful slumber look.
Okay. I'll turn to the innkeeper and be like, false alarm. Everything's okay. Do y'all have any medicine actually for fevers?
Um, yeah, we have this, and he hands you a syringe. It
Oh,
says just one jab, no more.
Just like that, eh?
Just like that.
all right. I will inject Glug.
You inject Glug, and nothing happens.
It's like an adrenaline shot.
Hmm.
Where do you inject Glug?
Just like in the arm.
Oh, okay. All right. So you inject Glug in the arm. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Can I cast Detect Thoughts on Glug?
All right.
And I'm going to probe his mind to see what's going on in that Glug head of his.
You are unable to detect thoughts from Glug.
Well, it appears he's simply sleeping. Perhaps a little ill. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, okay. Well, we need to get ready for the party either way. So we'll do that, and hopefully Glug can tag along as well.
That's right, I look like a noble.
Is that something you
Okay.
guys want to do next session? I
Yes.
assume. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna end the session.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Thank goodness Glug isn't dead.
Yes.